What's up, people? Welcome back to Daily Red Devil, and welcome to your match preview for the Manchester United versus Lens game taking place tomorrow at Old Trafford at 12:45 p.m. UK time. And there is one really big story to bring you before we do jump into the match preview, and that is the confirmation that none other than Mr. Rasmus Højlund is now an official Manchester United player. He has signed his contracts. He's joined on a 5-year deal with the option of 1 further year. This is being reported by Damasio, it's being reported by Laurie Whitwell, and it is being reported by Fabrizio. They all have confirmed that he has now signed his contract. He is a Manchester United player, and he will be unveiled in front of the Old Trafford crowd at tomorrow's game against Lens. He joins on a 5-year deal with the option of 1 extra year. The fee is £60 million guaranteed, so that'll be payable to Atalanta regardless of what happens. And then there is £4.3 million in add-ons as what are being described as achievable add-ons. So it'll be if he plays 20 games, if he plays 30 games, something very easy to do. And then there is a further £8.6 million in what are being described as difficult add-ons. From what we're hearing, those are things like if we win certain trophies, if he gets Ballon d'Ors, things like that. They're difficult add-ons. So unless he does really well, we won't ever pay that money. So if he does do well, obviously that's happy days. The final fee will be around £72 million if all of the add-ons are met. Very happy about this one. Absolutely buzzing. Anybody who's going to the game tomorrow, you are in for a real treat. I was at the game a couple of years ago against Leeds United when they unveiled Raphael Varane in front of the crowd. And honestly, the atmosphere inside the ground that day, it was the best game I've ever been to as a Manchester United fan. We battered Leeds 5-1, which was incredible. And honestly, the atmosphere was absolutely ridiculous. So anybody going to the game tomorrow, you're in for a real treat. Obviously, he will be brought out. There is maybe a bit of a side note where people could say, you know, have they done this to try and stop protests, to try and bring positivity around? I wouldn't be surprised at all. It probably is what the Glazers are doing. But, you know, I try to be positive on this channel. I'm not completely blindsided to the truth, but I don't really see the point in sitting here saying, how dare they bring Rasmus Højlund out on the pitch? You know, at the end of the day, we want to support that player. We want him to come. We want him to feel welcomed by the fans. So let's just hope that he does get the reception that I'm sure he will. But we are here today to talk about the match preview for the game tomorrow. We will be doing a watch along for this game. We'll be live from about 12:15 tomorrow. We will obviously be live in the build up to it so we can see the unveiling of Rasmus Højlund. So if you do want to join us tomorrow for that, we will be live from about 12:15 UK time ahead of a 12:45 p.m. kickoff. Right, but let's do our preview for this game though, as that is what we're here for, isn't it? As you can see, I've put together a lineup on the screen. I've gone with a 4-3-3. What is worth noting is we will be obviously playing on Sunday as well. We play Athletic Club on Sunday in Dublin. We will be doing a watch along for that one as well, but we are expecting there to be 2 different teams play on each of those games. So the team that plays tomorrow against Lens won't be the same team that plays against Athletic on Sunday. So this is the team I've gone with for tomorrow. I think this is probably our strongest team, and I think this will be the team that starts against Wolves a week on Monday for our Premier League opening game of the season. I've gone with Onana in goal, back 4 of Luke Shaw, Raphael Varane, Martinez and Wan-Bissaka. I've gone for 3 midfielders, which are Mason Mount, Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes. And then I've gone for a front 3 of Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho and Antony. I think that is probably what we'll start the Premier League season with. I hope that Rasmus Højlund is in there instead of Sancho for that Wolves game, but I don't want to put too much pressure on him right from the start. I don't want us to all be saying he has to start. You know, he should really be starting because we've just spent 60 million on him, but you never know. He might not be ready for it. Who knows? So yeah, I do think this will be the lineup for tomorrow. This is the lineup I would go with. Obviously, we are at home. We are playing in front of the Old Trafford crowd. So I'd want to put out a good lineup. And I'd want to put out something as close to what we actually are going to play against Wolves, just so we can kind of get a bit of a feel for it. I do quite like this team. I do. I think Sancho's looked pretty sharp in pre-season. He's got a few goals, hasn't he? He's looked decent. He has. So I'll be happy if Jadon Sancho does play in that false 9 tomorrow. And I think it will just help build up his confidence to be playing in front of the Old Trafford crowd, starting the match in a friendly match where ultimately it doesn't really matter whether we win or lose. And hopefully he can just go out and have a good time and, you know, hopefully get some goals and build up that confidence. Antony, again, I think he needs to start the game tomorrow. Rashford, I want him to start from the beginning. He came on in the last kind of 30 minutes, didn't he, against Real Madrid and Dortmund. And I really do want Rashford to start the game because there's been quite a few people saying he doesn't look quite up to it yet in pre-season. So for me, he needs to get as many minutes as possible. In the midfield 3, I think Mason Mount, again, we need to bring him out in front of the Manchester United crowd. He's never played in front of Old Trafford yet. So that will be a second player that's unveiled tomorrow, Mason Mount. I'd have Casemiro in the defensive role as the CDM and then Bruno Fernandes kind of sat next to Mason Mount as another midfielder. As the back 4, I think the back 4 kind of makes itself. There's not really any massive contradictory decisions there. I guess the only one is Wan-Bissaka. Some of you might think that you'd prefer Diogo Dalot there. Both of those right backs I like, but for me, Wan-Bissaka edges it, and I would go with Wan-Bissaka for this game, just so we can build up that match fitness and build up that confidence ahead of the Wolves game a week on Monday. I'm going with, I think we're going to absolutely batter Lens, to be completely honest with you. They've lost most of their good players. They had someone called Openda, who was a striker. He was very, very good. He has since moved to Red Bull Leipzig. His name's Luis Openda. He's gone. Obviously, they had Fofana as well, who's gone to Saudi Arabia. The only player that I know well is the centre-back, Medina. He's somebody who looks really, really good, and I can imagine he'll get a move to a bigger club in the next kind of few years. But other than that, I think it'll be a comfortable victory for us, and that's why I want to send out people like Sancho, people like Antony, people like Rashford, people like Mason Mount. Some of these names that people have been a little bit unsure about in pre-season, let them get out there, let them get as many minutes under them as possible, build up that confidence, build up the match fitness, and get us ready for the start of the season, which is getting so close now. I'm so excited. I can't wait for the season to start. But yeah, let me know in the comments section if you're happy with my proposed lineup. Let me know if you think it'll be something different. Obviously, Kobe Mainoo is still injured, and Amad Diallo, I believe, is still injured. So those two won't feature in any capacity tomorrow, as far as we're aware. I'm going to go big here. I reckon we're going to beat them 4-0. I reckon Sancho will score. I reckon Rashford will score. I think Antony will score. And I think Bruno Fernandes will score. I'm going 4-0. I think it's going to be a comfortable victory. I'm quite excited about it, though, to be honest. I really, really am. Like, watching pre-season matches at 3 a.m. On a Tuesday against Real Madrid and Dortmund whilst I'm in bed is not really that much of a vibe, to be completely honest. So I am excited for a kind of, a lunchtime kickoff, back to kind of normality ahead of the season starting, because watching a game at 3 a.m. in a friendly is not really that fun, to be completely honest with you. But let me know in the comment section what you think the score prediction will be. Let me know if you're happy about the Rasmus Højlund signing. I am absolutely buzzing, and anybody going to the game tomorrow, I hope you have a good one. Hopefully there are some protests. We're not sure at this stage. I haven't heard anything about them, but maybe they're saving all the protests for the Wolves game a week on Monday. I guess protesting in a friendly won't get the same amount of impact as it will protesting in a Premier League match. So I haven't heard anything about any protests tomorrow, but obviously we fully support any protests against the Glazers on this channel, as long as they're peaceful and done in the right way, which they all are. Our protests always are done very well. So yeah, if there's any news about protests and stuff, we will of course bring that to you. But as far as I'm aware, there isn't any protest planned for tomorrow's game. So the Glazers bringing out Rasmus Højlund, if that was to stop protests, then that was a bit stupid, because I don't think many fans are going to protest at a friendly, to be completely honest. But yeah, let me know what your score predictions are. Let me know if you're happy about the Rasmus Højlund signing. This has been Daily Red Devil. I've been Kieran, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Lots of love and peace out.